What is going on, guys? What's up, Panther Nation, Pantherologist? Welcome to a new video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're tuning back in, thank you for coming back. And as always, my name is Clay, and I try to put Carolina Panther content as much out there as much as humanly possible. I have been out for a few days sick with a stomach bug. It's been awful, but I am okay. I'm feeling much better now, and we're getting back on the grind. As always, pound that like button if you like what I put out there. Click that subscribe button as well. Comment down below. Feel free to leave a comment. Love to hear your thoughts. Click that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any of these new videos. It's raw content coming to you, me, my opinions. So, anyways, other than that, check the link down in the description, the Newsbreak app. Check it out. Follow me there. Definitely helps out me there and the channel. So, much appreciated. Any support is always much appreciated. Let's go ahead and dive into today's video. So, 5 Panthers to keep an eye on during the preseason, right? So, in just a few days, we all know the Panthers will play their first preseason game. I think these 5 players will be fascinating to really watch, all right? Now, on August 15th, the Carolina Panthers will kick off their preseason versus the Indianapolis Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. So, in the next coming days, they will host Baltimore Ravens as well and the Pittsburgh Steelers at home. So, it's wonderful, I think, to finally have a preseason games this year since we missed out on them in 2020. Even though these games do not count in the rankings, they are extremely useful, especially for a team like the Panthers who have plethora of fresh players, who are playing key roles. And I think this is going to help our team tremendously. So here are my 5 guys to keep an eye on during this preseason. And the first guy I want to talk about here, and of course as always, is Sam Darnold, quarterback. All right. Now throughout camp and the preseason, all eyes will be on Sam Darnold. All right. When the team's leader changes, they are expected to go through some growing pains. All right. We hope Darnold will be able to spread the field in a way the team lacked significantly last season. Now, Darnold has already won the trust of some of his new teammates and regained the trust of a previous one, as in Robbie Anderson. Now, the NFL has gone to a 3-game preseason schedule for the first time. Previously, the starters would get the most of their play time in the 3rd preseason game with little to no game action in the 1st and 4th games. So, with the new schedule, I expect Darnold and this starting unit to receive most time in the 2nd preseason game against the Ravens. This will be the game I think we all need to watch closely to see how Darnold fits in with his new team. Now, the next guy I really want to talk about here is Terrace Marshall Jr. That's a bad boy. Now, Terrace Marshall Jr. is our 2nd-round pick we got out of LSU of this 2021 draft class. He has gotten a great, accolades at the start of training camp. While watching the rookie practice, the Panthers' great, of course, Steve Smith, said that this young kid is going to take some people's jobs. That's what he quoted. All right. Marshall is the tallest receiver at 6'2", but I've heard he is actually 6'4" or 6'3.5" almost. And he is also remarkably fast. He is presently competing for that 3rd receiving slot after DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. So make no mistake, the number 3 receiver position proven to be a crucial one in this Joe Brady scheme. So last season, Curtis Samuel surpassed over 1,000 total yards in that position. So Marshall has a good chance of seeing the field on the majority of the 3 wide receiver setups. So he was a member of Joe Brady's LSU team during their historic run to that national championship back in 2019. So I think he'll be the receiver to keep an eye on during the preseason to see really how he performs against this NFL caliber defensive backs. Now, the next guy I want to talk about here is Dan Arnold, the tight end that we got out of the Arizona Cardinals. Now, Dan Arnold, a free agent signing, like I said, he joins a tight end room that was, and I'm going to try to put this very mildly, an unimpressive last season, right? So he has a fantastic chance to become the major receiving target at this position. He is a tad small, though. He is 6'5", 220, but he makes up for it with his amazing agility. Now, I think Arnold will need to show that he isn't a liability filling in as a blocker if he wants to be the starter. Now, rookie tight end, as a run blocker, Tommy Tremble enjoys an early advantage, but Joe Brady was not hesitant to employ tight ends in the passing game, both at LSU and with the Saints. So if Arnold and Darnold can develop some connection throughout the preseason, which they seem like they already have during training camp, the Panthers may have finally discovered a receiving threat at the position. So keep an eye on Arnold's run game to see whether he can, set the edge for running lanes. So this will determine if he receives an every down job in the regular season. So the next guy I want to talk about here is J.C. Horn, my boy, cornerback we got out of South Carolina. Now, J.C. Horn has demonstrated why the Panthers picked him at the #1 overall choice in the NFL, especially during OTAs and this camp. He told reporters after his 2-interception practice on Monday, it felt wonderful, but what happens now? That is the mindset we are attempting to install. So this demonstrates that Horn isn't satisfied with merely creating plays. So on every snap, he strives to be excellent and assist his teammates. So Horn will have a great opportunity in camp going up against Moore and Anderson and Marshall on every play. So these are 3 outstanding wide receivers with a wide range of abilities. So Horn has demonstrated that he possesses the size, the speed, and skill to compete with all 3 of these guys. So Horn will get some practice time against good receivers on the Colts, the Ravens, and the Steelers. So I think it will be fascinating to see how he does in live action against some NFL veterans. So when the Panthers' first round choice is announced, all eyes will be on him. The next guy I want to talk about here is Denzel Perryman, the linebacker we got from the San Diego, or I keep thinking they're still the San Diego Chargers, but from the Los Angeles Chargers. It's no secret that Carolina struggled last season to fill the gap left by Luke Kuechly. So Denzel Perryman is expected to go in and help defend the center of this field, right? So when asked why he joined the Panthers, Perryman stated that the customs they have had some excellent linebackers come through here. Well, he's not lying. Of course, Luke Kuechly and, of course, Davis. So Carolina desperately needs Perryman to perform like the greats of the past. The defensive line and secondary both improved significantly late last season. So while the linebacker corps remains static, I think Perryman and Shaq Thompson look like a good combination on paper, but will it translate to the field? To get the first glimpse, we're going to have to watch this preseason. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, before I leave you, keep pounding.